So in the last video, I showed how to generate this whole block of code using a WordPress package snippet, and I kind of went through everything and tried my best to explain what all this stuff means. But basically, the end result was this form here, and what I want to do in this video is modify this form a little bit. Typically, when you see a comment block, you'll see the number of comments, and if there are no comments, it'll say none or whatever. And if there are several hundred or whatever, it'll have a comment count. Right now we don't have that functionality, so we'll add that right now. Now in order to do that, you can use a WordPress function, and I'm just going to break this H4 down a couple of lines because I need some space. I'm going to open up a PHP tag, then I'll break that down too, and I'm going to use a function called comments, and there you see it's coming up already from the IntelliSense comments underscore number. I'm just going to hit enter. And what you see here is 0, 1, more, or deprecated. I'm going to remove this deprecated for now because we don't need to worry about it. And I'll just close that with a semicolon. And what you see here is a few arguments or parameters that you can pass through. And the first one is 0, meaning what message do you want to show when there's 0 comments. And what I want to show is nothing yet. And then if there's 1 comment, I'll just put the number 1. So how about, actually you need to put that in single quotes at least. 1. And if there's more than 1, I just want to show the number. So I don't know why it's doing that. And to do that, you just put a percentage. So if there's no comments, it'll show nothing yet. If there's 1, it'll be the number 1. If there's more, it'll just show the number. I'm going to save it and switch back and refresh. And this is a default post, hello world, and it comes with 1 comment from Mr. WordPress, and you can see right here it's showing it. Actually, if I was to go to one of the other posts, it should say 0 now. Nothing yet, or actually, yeah, that's the message, but I think you get the idea. Go back to hello world. That's a little bold, so I want to take some attention away from that. I'm just going to wrap it in a small tag, and then I'll close it out down here. And let me just clean this up a little bit. Actually, I'll just leave it like that. Not a big deal, but it's kind of a readability thing. And then I'll just close the small on the next line. So there's that. Next thing I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave this here because it's pretty useful. And let's see, we have our message. You must be logged in to post a comment. We'll leave that the same. The form will also leave the same. And except for our inputs, Bootstrap has the block level inputs, and we'll add that class. First thing we'll do is we'll take out this size and this tab index, and I'm just going to put a class of input dash block dash level, and I'll copy and paste that because I'm going to apply it to the email stuff. And again, I'm going to delete this size and tab index attribute, and I'll paste that, and I'll do the same thing for my text area. Just paste right over that. And let me save it so I can check it out really quick. Looks a little better. It's still kind of thrown off here for some reason, and I figured it out. It's the yeah, you see here I have this div span 8, so it seems like I've improperly nested a span 8 here. So why don't I'll just remove this. I guess it turns out I don't need that. And then maybe that'll fix it. Save it and go back. Refresh, and there we go. Okay, my mistake. And it looks like my text area is not working either, so let me go back and find out what I did wrong. Oh, I forgot to delete the columns and the rows. And actually I forgot to add the whole class, so I'll just do the same thing. copy and paste that class, and then I'll paste it down here to the text area and save it and switch back. And that's better. I think that's pretty good. Also, I don't like how these labels are below the input field, so I'm gonna, let's see, I'll just cut them out and paste them above, and I probably don't need these p tags either, so I'll take those out and I'll delete them from here. Also, I'll delete those, and then I'll delete these up here, p tags I'm talking about, and I'm just gonna paste them right above. I'll do the same thing for the name field. Take it out and I'll paste it. Let me check this really quick. There, I like that better. I guess there wasn't a label for this text area, or maybe I deleted it accidentally. You can add one really quick, it's not a big deal. Put label, and for comment, in here I'm just going to put comment, and that should be good enough. There we go, that's better. Now let's also change this submit button. We can use one of the bootstrap stylings for that. So let me switch back, and it's right here. And again, I don't need these p tags, so I'll delete those. And I'm going to put a class of btn to make it a bootstrap style button. And I forgot to mention this right here, and it's kind of tucked in, but this is the actual function that's going to send our comment fields to the with the comment form to our validation page, that comments-post.php file, this one right here. So that one's actually pretty important. You need this in order for this to work. Let me save it and switch back. And then now we got our bootstrap style button. It's a lot better than that default one. Now so far this is what our form looks like if no one's logged in. And you see we still need to add the block of code that actually shows the comments. But let's see what it looks like if we're logged in as an admin user. I'll just log in, and I'll go back to that page. And you can see here, get this message, logged in as admin, and log out. And it's removed all the unnecessary fields, because since you're already logged in, you don't have to enter your information. And you can put your comment, and you can also submit it. I don't really have a problem with this, but I could make this log out button a little more subtle. So I'm going to scroll back up here, and you must be logged in. There it is. It's right here, logged in as, and shows who you're logged in as, and then you have this log out button. I'm just going to add a class of muted, and I'll save it. And when I refresh, there we go. It's not so heavy with the blue in this section. Let's quickly show the comments. I'm going to switch back here, and I'll scroll down, and why don't I put them, if comments are open, I want to show the comments regardless of whether or not comments are open or closed. So let me make sure I'm not, okay. I'm going to create a few lines right here. And what I'll do is I'll call on another WordPress function. And it's going to be WP underscore list. And you can see it right down there at the bottom. WP underscore list underscore comments. I'm just going to hit enter. And I'll delete this stuff in here for now because I'll talk about that in the next video. Close it with a semicolon and save. And now when I refresh, we finally see our comment from Mr. WordPress. But again, it's the default look and it's pretty plain, and we can add some of our bootstrap stylings to make it a little bit better. And I'll do that in the next video.